A shocking clip is going viral after a citizen journalist approached Jim Acosta while walking down a Washington, D.C. street. Things immediately took a turn when she saw what Acosta was doing, and that's when he got some bad news. The liberal media is having a hard time these days, rightfully earning the reputation of fake news. It seems a new reason emerges every day for people to stop trusting them. Despite their ratings being in the toilet, though, they still show no signs of stopping the lies and intentional deceit. Perhaps the worst offender known to the American people right now is CNN's chief White House correspondent Jim Acosta. Not only is he the biggest whiner ever to hold a seat in the White House press briefing room, but he's also made it his personal mission to make President Donald Trump look bad in any way possible, even if that means spreading falsehoods. Too bad for Acosta. The American people are just about fed up with his nonsense. Proving just that, a citizen journalist recently approached him on the streets, but things probably didn't go how he was expecting. In fact, the moment Acosta noticed that things were going sideways, he bolted, only for the other reporter to later notice that he was visibly furious. According to the video on her Twitter account, Laura Loomer approached Acosta and started off the exchange with a seemingly harmless question. However, with his guard was down, she hit him right between the eyes with the thing he hates most, being called fake news to his face. "You guys going to report some more fake news CNN today?" Laura Loomer bluntly asked CNN's Jim Acosta. At first, it looked like Acosta was going to ignore the question, but he just didn't have a good response at first. As it turns out, he was just desperately trying to come up with a zinger. However, that's when Laura caught Acosta spreading even more fake news on video. After a few seconds, he turned to Laura and responded by saying, "We're going to report the truth and see if people can handle it." Too bad for him. That was about the time he got some seriously bad news. Demonstrating just how unpopular the liar is, an onlooker couldn't help but intervene after he heard Acosta's response. "Truth?" the onlooker sarcastically asked. "CNN and truth?" Giving Laura the perfect segue, she then quipped, "Do CNN and truth really go together?" Knowing that he was about to lose a very embarrassing battle, Acosta simply replied by saying, "You bet they do," before fleeing the line of questioning. Even better yet, Laura caught him on camera virtually running away like the coward he is. Someone later took a picture of Acosta as he headed into the White House and sent it to Loomer, saying that he was visibly pissed off over the matter. As it turns out, this punk can dish it out, but he can't take it when the tables are turned. It's always funny to watch whiners like this, because they demand that others act a certain way, but won't behave that way themselves. In fact, earlier this week, Acosta literally threw a temper tantrum in the White House press briefing room and was heard screaming like a child. After the incident in the press briefing room, Acosta then whined on social media that they hadn't been granted a question by the White House during the last 3 press briefings. Too bad for him. White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders tore him apart just moments later, tweeting, "Courage isn't taking a question from CNN, Jim. courageous combat veterans Sergeant Peck and Staff Sergeant Dwyer, the two heroes at the briefing. Number It's not about you. When the time comes for Jim Acosta to answer a few questions, he takes off running. CNN has rightfully earned the reputation of fake news, but this is a new type of low. Fortunately, Laura Loomer caught it on camera for the world to see, and now everyone knows exactly the type of coward that Jim Acosta really is.